George Camel here with a quick PSA before the calls start coming in. If you want to leave the money stress in 2025, you need a plan that works. So take what you learned today and put it to work in every dollar. Download the app and start for free today.
Normal is broke and common sense is weird. So we're here to help you transform your life. From the Ramsey Network and the Fairwinds Credit Union Studio, this is The Ramsey Show. Dr. John Delony, Ramsey personality, #1 best-selling author and host of the runaway hit on Ramsey Network, The Dr. John Delony Show. He is my co-host today. Cody is in Nebraska. Hi, Cody. How are you?
You know, Dave, I am better than I deserve. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, guys, I'm going to start off with a little bit of a doozy here, so I do apologize. But my wife and I have just recently found out that her parents are asking my wife's sisters that are under 18 for money for basic bills. We don't really know. You know, I've heard in the past you guys say, like, don't say anything unless they come to you and ask for help or guidance. We're just kind of stuck because, you know, my sister-in-laws are 10, 12, and then 17. So we're kind of confused on what to do.
How much money do they have?
Well, so the younger sister-in-laws, they were, you know, working over the summer. So basically what happened is, you know, my 10-year-old sister-in-law told us that, well, Mom and Dad kept saying that we don't have enough money for groceries this month and blah, blah, blah. So I offered them my $400 that I got from dog sitting, and they took it for groceries. And then my 17-year-old sister-in-law came over 2 weeks ago and said that they had, quote-unquote, borrowed $1,000 from her for bills for last month to cover.
Is this true? Are they struggling that bad?
I would say so, yes. It's been talked about. You know, a couple months ago, my wife overheard that they're like $10,000 short a month. My father-in-law owns his own business, and I know it's been struggling for quite a while.
So I want to put things in order. You hear us say all the time, you can't help family unless they come ask you. But before that, I'm always going to protect kids.
Of course.
And if you got a 10-year-old that's coming to you saying, Dad is saying, I don't have enough money for groceries, I need your dog sitting money, then I would insert myself into that situation.
Okay. And that's what we were thinking because, you know, it's really hard for me to have respect for people like that, you know, they are in a situation where they rely on everybody else to get them out of their problems. They blame everybody else except for themselves. A lot of this is self-caused just based off their career choices that they've had. So it's hard for me to have respect. It's hard for my wife to have respect as well. So
how long have you been married?
It'll be 2 years in February.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take back what I said. I would have your wife call, not you. But
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think because here's the thing. If the two of you go over there at 2 years into this and insert yourself in this situation, you are changing the trajectory of the next 40 years.
Of course. Yep.
It's not simply the situation. Yes, what you're describing is 100% disgusting. I'm not questioning that at all. And if they were abusing the children physically, we would just turn them over to Children's Services.
Right. Yeah, that's not happening.
It'd be that simple. Because we're just not going to allow that to happen. They're just abusing them financially. And so I think, but I don't think your wife's what, 20-something years old?
Yeah, she's 23.
Yeah. If she sits down with her mom and dad and says, y'all need to stop this, y'all need to become responsible adults, my guess is there's about a 0% chance that that's going to have any impact.
110%.
Yeah.
And if you show up saying, I don't respect you guys, they're going to tell you to get out of their house. That's not going to help either.
Yeah, that's a 40-year long discussion. I'm trying to think. In other words, what will work is more what I'm thinking about.
Well, what Dave? Tell me if I'm wrong. So my thought is when I say insert myself into that, it would be your wife calling mom and dad and saying, "Can we talk?" And she's got to be careful because the backlash could come down on a 10-year-old, right?
Yeah.
But we just heard.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
In my idea at first was like, my wife. I told her, I was like, what if you like take your mom out to coffee and be like, Mom, we've heard some of this stuff from, my sisters. Like, how bad is it?
Is it
like,
really? Is that really happening? Are y'all really that bad?
Yeah. And is there ways we can help, or is there ways we can support you, or is there education? They may say absolutely not. And then it's about giving your niece or your sister-in-law, if you will, a safe place that she always knows she's loved somewhere else. But that's just she's gonna have 8 years of mom and dad borrowing money. Exactly.
And that's our fear because they're setting the kids up for just a lifelong.
Yeah, but dude, you're 25, you're 24. I would stay out of that for right now.
Yeah, that's not
okay.
That's actually not true either. It's a bad on ramp to life, but it's not an on ramp that can't be corrected. A lot of us have bad on ramps.
Yeah.
And then we get the opportunity to meet Jesus and change our life. Okay, so and those kids have got the same thing. They're not being physically abused.
So let me refer. When I say insert myself, I don't mean you flex and put on a sleeveless shirt and go bang on the door. I think your wife taking mom out for coffee, taking dad out, and saying, "Hey, we just happened to hear this. I'm worried about y'all. How
and
bad
I'm worried
is it?"
about my sisters.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How bad is it?
Definitely.
And then y'all two have a hard conversation about could you help, will you help, and all that, because the next question is going to be, well, can we have $500? And y'all already have that predetermined discussion before she heads into that.
No, go ahead and I'll give you the answer to that. No.
You're right.
Because they're saying they're $10,000 short
a month.
So I'm not throwing good money after bad. So
exactly.
Ramsey's only give into situations where we create a sustainable story. We don't throw money at something, $5 at something that's a $100 problem. That's not You're not creating a sustainable story then. You've got to fix the problem. You got to get down under it. And so that's going to involve, maybe what I would pay is for them to get with a Ramsey coach. And the Ramsey coach boxes their ears and says, you have to sell the 3 cars. You guys, you cannot afford these stupid cars. You can't afford to live in that house. Oh, maybe you need to get a job because your business is not a business. It loses money. It's called a hobby. And so, no, we're going to have to, these types of things are going on under the scene, because if they're $10,000 short, the $1,000 from the 17-year-old or the $400 from the 10-year-old doesn't fix it. Nor does $500 from you fix it. So don't do that. But do say, I'll cheer you on. I'll help you do a budget. I'll connect you with some people and pay for it for you to get some coaching to get yourself out of this. You've struggled with this your whole life. I've watched you. I'm your daughter. And, I'd love for you to be free from these demons.
And you and I have talked about this before on the air, but parents don't like hearing money advice. So if she sits down and says, y'all need to start, that's not going to go well. No. But that idea of sitting down and saying, hey, I'm worried about you. How bad is it? Are y'all okay?
And then tell them your story.
That's a different avenue.
Yeah, right? We are on a budget, and it's giving us great peace. We have sold some stuff to be able to get our income in line with our outgo, and it's given us great peace. And if I could ever help you get with our coach, we'll show you how to do that. That kind of thing. Hey, it's Dave Ramsey. You've heard me talk about the importance of giving, and I love that Zander Insurance lives that out. This month, Zander is donating 25% of all ID theft protection sales to Team Rubicon, a veteran-led disaster response organization that deploys wherever disaster strikes, boots on the ground, helping families rebuild and offering real hope for communities in crisis. Zander's been supporting causes like Team Rubicon for over a decade, donating over $500,000. That kind of track record shows I can trust them, not just with my money, but helping protect my identity too. Zander's ID Theft Protection Plan is the only one I recommend Because let's face it, identity theft is out of control. In today's online world, it's not a matter of if, but when. Xander's plan is comprehensive, affordable, and you can even give it as a gift. So protect your family and support a powerful mission this Christmas. Go to Xander.com or call 800-356-4282. That's Xander.com. Dr. John Delony, Ramsey Personality, is my co-host. Ann is with us in New Orleans. Hi, Ann. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Our honor. How can we help?
Okay, my question is, my husband and I, my ex-husband and I, were a co-signer on my son's condo back in 2004. And since that time, my son is unable to pay his mortgage because he's unemployed. He lost his job. And
Since
he's been unemployed
2004?
since April. No. He purchased the condo in 2004.
Okay.
This past April, he lost his job, and he's been unable to pay the mortgage.
How many times did you pay it since 2004?
Oh, it's happened before. About 10 years ago, he ran into trouble paying his mortgage, and he was able to do a forbearance. And, of course, I assisted financially at that time.
Mm-hmm. And you keep using the word unable. Is he unable or is he unwilling?
Yeah, why do you not have a job?
One of my best friends in the
April?
world is a paraplegic. He is unable.
No. He's physically capable.
Okay.
He has not found a job since April. He says he's looking.
One of the hottest.
He can't find a job.
One of the hottest hiring markets in human history. He's chosen not to work.
I guess so.
Okay, let's use. I just want to call a spade because it helps us make decisions, right?
Yeah. Now.
Yeah, understand.
You're still on the mortgage.
Yes, my ex-husband and I are co-signers, so we're responsible for paying the note if he does not.
Mm-hmm. And he's not been paying it.
Yes, so I have been paying it since April.
Oh.
My ex-husband made about 3 of the mortgage payments. So now I want to know what would be the best avenue for me to convince my son to sell it, let it go for foreclosure, and I told him, or else you get a job and you pick up the payment. But I don't want it to go to foreclosure because I don't want it to affect my credit. My credit rating is 820.
Every time it's paid late, it affects your credit.
Yes, I understand. So I just don't know if there's any options for me.
Is he on the note at all?
Co-signer.
Yeah.
Is he on the note?
He's my son is the owner of it.
Yeah, he's on the note. She's
all
the
three of you.
co-signer. Yeah. You can't force him to sell it. You can just talk him into selling it. Will he sell it if you tell him to?
No, he's dragging his feet about that. He
Yeah,
really doesn't.
no kidding.
Well, he's dragging his feet because he knows you're going to pay. For 20 years, you bailed him out.
Yes, I understand that.
And you've probably given him some stern talking tos over the last 20 years, and then
Yes, I have.
you still paid it. So yeah, he's dragging his feet because you taught him how to. I think you have to sit down and say, "I'm not paying this rent." Dave, I'll leave it to you. I mean, it's gonna ruin your. Yeah,
you're gonna get foreclosed on if he gets foreclosed.
Yeah,
on. That's how this works. So
can you afford to buy him out?
I could. But I just don't know what my best options are, because if he would sell me the condo, then it's mine, right? For me to do what I want with it.
Exactly. And then you just sell it. Then you sell it and resell it and get your money back out, and at least that way you didn't lose anything. But yeah, you could just say, all right, let's get it appraised. I'm gonna buy it from you, and then you put it on the market and sell it. That's what's best for you. That is unbelievably aggravating, and it's not necessarily what's best for him. What's best for him is to experience some pain. But he's not going to in this scenario unless you do. That's the problem with co-signing. You get to experience the pain with him.
And he's going to play chicken with you, and you've got a lot more to lose than he does financially, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
What's the condo worth?
Maybe about 40,000.
Worth?
45. No, I would. Well, he would be lucky if he could get 60 for it.
Oh my God! What do you owe on it?
30.
Okay.
And he's got 11 more years.
Okay. Go tell him that he can no longer screw up your life with his laziness. He needs to sell you this condo, even if you buy it for whatever. Have a real estate agent give you an appraisal, buy it for that amount, put it back on the market, and resell it. And he needs to move.
Okay.
Yeah, that protects you. For some reason I thought this was a $600,000 condo. It's a $60,000.
No.
Yeah, just you may lose a couple $1,000 here or there by moving all this gyration around, but you need to get out of this trap you put yourself in, and the trap is co-signing. You can't get out of the trap. You're either going to be an enabler or you're not going to pay, and then he's going to get foreclosed on, which means you're going to have a foreclosure on you, and then they're going to come around looking for all of you, wanting some money out of y'all because the condo won't bring enough at repo to even cover the old mortgage on it. But it's a piece of crap condo to start with.
Mm-hmm. And I'm the one.
Ann,
I'm sorry.
Will you forgive yourself for the divorce? Finally.
Yeah. Yes.
You're still trying to make that right with him? Stop. It's 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose some money, but you're also gonna lose your relationship with your son. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I would buy it from him, have him move out, and turn around, put it right back on the market, and sell it. And if you lose a little bit that way, that gets you out of this trap. And then you have a standalone relationship with your son that's mother's son that is no longer cosigner. Because cosigner's putting a strain on everything. It's making you do things you don't feel good about.
And it makes you resent your son. Every time that phone rings, you feel your chest tighten up because what's he going to ask? Like it's altered your relationship.
What's he going to ask for now? Yeah, this time because you're aggravated with him like we are for being lazy, not working since April. My God, how much does it take to pay the condo note on $30,000? I mean, you can do Uber one day a month and pull this off. This is about the laziest human I've run into.
That's pretty rough.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's not like it's a lot of money. I don't even know how the boy's eating. Oh, yeah, I do. Ann.
Yeah, Ann's making sure he's got groceries.
Yeah. So, Ann, you got to stop it. It's time you put him out and let him figure out how to do life and just love him from a distance that doesn't include your checkbook for the rest of his life. And that's the biggest favor you can do him and yourself. And moms and dads out there, never, ever co-sign.
It's not an act of love. It's not.
It's the ultimate enabling, and it locks you into enabling because out of self-preservation, you have to cover the stupidity of the other party.
What about this, Dave? I'm trying to think of how this situation for her could go wrong. Is there a moment when, and again, I know I'm speaking in ratios here, but $50,000 against what Ann has is not a lot of money. Can she buy this thing and hand it over to him and walk away, and dust her hands off, walk away? Is that too much enabling?
I wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah.
No. I think it's.
I think he's not going to move, is what I think, or he's not going to sell it
to his mom.
Yeah.
Well, then I would just take the pain of being foreclosed on.
You would.
I'd just stop.
Okay.
You're either going to sell it to me, or the days of me giving you money are done.
They're over. And that's what I'm getting at.
Either you're going to sell this to me, or you're going to have to figure it out.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
Because this is so bad for him.
Yeah.
She stunted his emotional growth. I mean, he's 6 years freaking old.
Yeah.
He can't get a job since April to pay condo notes on $30,000. This is lame.
Yeah.
This is really a lame boy.
Especially when we talk to elementary school teachers trapped in a New York apartment during COVID who pay off six figures because they drive and scratch and claw and flip and do whatever they got to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
it's tough, man.
Kid could sell enough clothing out of his closet at consignment sale.
You could plasma your way to that one.
It's just not any money. So, honey, you got to get him free of you, and you got to get free of him. in order to have a decent relationship with him and in order for him to ever be a real man.
And it's going to cost you that precious $820 that you're really proud of. It's going to cost you that.
Who
cares
about that?
Let that stupid thing go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, condo's never been late. She's paid it on time every time.
Every time.
It's never been late. It wouldn't be 8:20. This is the Ramsey Show. I know life gets busy. The to-do list never ends, but some things are just too important to put off, and making a will is one of them. That's why I recommend Mama Bear Legal Forms, because I've seen it too many times. Families are grieving a loss, and on top of that, they're stuck in court fighting over paperwork, all because someone didn't take a little time to get their will in place. That's not what you want for your loved ones. You want peace. You want clarity. You want focus on what matters most, being present and leaving a legacy. With Mama Bear, you can create your will in just 20 minutes right from the comfort of your home. It's simple, legally binding, and doesn't require an expensive attorney or hours of confusing paperwork. And I'll tell you, almost every person who uses Mama Bear says the same thing. If I would have known how easy it was, I would have done it sooner. So don't wait. Go to mamabearlegalforms.com and use the promo code Ramsey to save 20%. That's mamabearlegalforms.com, code Ramsey. Dr. John Delony, Ramsey Personality, is my co-host today. Judy is in Los Angeles. Hi, Judy. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi. I am a longtime listener and first-time caller.
Okay.
I'm on baby step 6, and I listen to your show all the time, and you recommend never to co-sign for someone.
Correct.
But I'm in a situation where I do want to co-sign for somebody under a certain circumstance. So my husband's cousin, first cousin, she's been on Section 8. Anyway, she lost that. Now she's in her 60s. She needs to get an apartment. There's a special needs trust that her parents have set up for her. And in order for her to get into an apartment, she needs to have someone co-sign. Or her brother, who is the trustee, refused to do so. And I was wondering, Warning. Why would her brother, who loves her more than you do, he's her brother, for God's sakes, not want to co-sign? He doesn't love her.
Oh,
he actually doesn't mind if she goes home. Yes, no, that's true.
I don't believe it.
It is totally true. It's from a very dysfunctional family. He's not willing. His wife is telling me he's willing to let her go homeless if they have to.
There's more to this story than you are telling or believing.
Well, she has a problem. She has personality disorder.
Oh,
that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
she's in her 60s. She's never worked in her life. She always was on Section 8. She lost that.
Who is the custodian of the Special Needs Trust?
Her brother.
Her brother.
So will you have access to the funds for this apartment, or does she have access to the funds?
Right. So what I'm going to ask, if it's okay, if that works, if you agree that it's a right thing for me to do.
No, it's not.
I can try to ask the brother for 14 months of pay in an account to me, and then I will transfer that to her monthly. Is that okay? If funding is available for a whole year, is it safe for me to co-sign?
I wouldn't. What if she trashes the place?
She won't trash the place, but she might, no, she's not like that, but she might have trouble with neighbors. That's the kind of problem she has.
Or gets kicked out, or has 4 people over, or gets sweet talked.
No, she won't have people over. She'll just she loves cats. She'll probably, take care
break all the rules.
Yeah.
Rules don't apply to her.
That type of thing.
Rules don't apply to her.
Yeah. And Judy, we're going to tell you, no, if this money's available, then she can get the apartment under her name. You can write the checks every month for her. If she can't do that, that's fine.
But you don't need to co-sign.
But how do I prove to the apartment people that there's money available?
Well, you would
That's
have to
the
have the
problem.
money available.
Yeah, print off a statement.
Yeah. And
Do I show them? What do I do? Because we're in California. There's a lot of these places, and I don't live in the same town as she does. So it's not easy for me to like take her somewhere and talk to someone, you know?
Well, you get
So
on the phone
most-
with the
most
apartment
places-
manager and you say, this is what's going on. She has a special needs trust. Brother's going to send you documentation. He's going to, in the documentation, send it to the property manager and say, we'll set aside the first 14 months and go ahead and just prepay the rent for 14 months. That's fine, too.
Oh, just prepay.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
don't co-sign
And they're going to try to get
Okay.
you to co-sign.
because you have a blind spot here, kiddo. This lady she's gotten a hold of your heart, and she's sweet, and she does need someone to help her, but we need to define help very carefully. Help involves her behaving, and you're not willing to make that requirement, nor can you make that guarantee based on her 60 years of misbehavior.
Right.
You're going to get screwed if you do this. Please don't do it.
Okay.
It's going to go up
So
in
I told the
flames.
apartment. Okay. So I told the apartment that I have money, but I need to show some proof, right, for the trust.
Yeah, the
And-
brother's going to have to send documentation.
Yeah, and by the way, you don't have this
Okay.
money, Judy. You still have to go through a guy that you say doesn't even love her, doesn't care about her, doesn't care if she ends up on the
That's right.
street. Right? So
That's
all
right.
of this is like two hypotheticals removed from reality.
And let me help you with this, okay? It's not that he doesn't love her. It's from the 16 times he tried to help her, and it burned him. And he's done being burned, so he's putting up a boundary. That's different than not loving. And you're calling
So
it
what if
not
she-
love in a dysfunctional family. I'm calling her a dysfunctional person who needs love and help, but has burned everything around her to the ground to the point her own brother won't help her. You can't put that on him. I'm not going to let you do it.
Yeah.
I don't even know him. And I'm not going to he's not the jerk in this story. Okay? And there's not a jerk in this story. There's a sad lady with mental illness, and you're going to get burned to the ground when her mental illness activates if you're signed on the documents.
Yeah, don't sign. Just I don't know an apartment complex that won't take your check if you got it. So if they won't take your money, so she can get her own place.
Listen, I'm a landlord. If I know what's going on here, I'm not putting her in there
That's fair. That's fair.
because prepaying the rent ain't half my problem. It's the 93 cats that end up in my building.
Right, or all the neighbors or whatever.
Or she burns the neighbor's cat live in the front yard. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Right.
I don't know what's going on with her. I don't want her as a tenant under any circumstances. Co-signer, prepaid, double paid. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Life's too short to sign up for drama as a landlord. So that's what you're going to face, hon, more than anything else. So please, honey, don't confuse this. And you're trying to do a nice, good, noble thing in a really naive and unwise way. That was kind.
Yeah, that's the best way to say it. And I think this is a bigger conversation, Dave. When you want to help somebody and you get all these scenarios in your mind and then you spend all these nights and weeks worrying about it, all of this phone call could have been already headed off. You could have already sat down with your brother. You could have already called an apartment complex and taken all these worrying variables off the table so that you know, okay, here's the final step here. And you probably would have found out a long time ago you either don't need to be a cosigner or nobody's going to let her live there. You're going to have to come up with another option, right? But there's all these like, well, then I might do this, and then after that I'm going to do this. You don't even know if all this is going to happen, and you're so spun up about it. Just go find out.
I co-signed for stuff when I was young and foolish, and I ended up paying it. One poor guy co-signed for me. I went bankrupt. He ended up paying it. I had to go back and pay him later. His wife still don't like me.
Yeah.
35 years later. So it's okay. It's valid. I mean, she got screwed.
Yeah.
They didn't ultimately get it, but I mean, she thought she did. And so I get it. I completely get it. Proverbs 17:18 says in the scripture, one lacking in sense co-signs for another. When I co-signed, Judy, I was lacking in sense. If you co-sign this, the Bible says you're lacking in sense. I didn't say it. Get mad at God. Don't do it. That was pretty good.
I mean, you kind of brought the Bible out, so there you go.
There we go. Brought the Bible out. Yeah, that's the final right
That's
there.
the final one.
That's the one. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Kim is in New York. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
So I wanted to know how to save money for a mortgage down payment while you're paying rent.
Very hard.
It is.
Yeah. How
How
much debt have you got?
I can go through the numbers and I can tell you.
No, just how much debt have you got? Just give me the total.
I want to say about 40,000.
How much of that's your car?
Well, to me and my husband together, it's about. He owes I owe 16 and he owes about 20.
Okay. How much is the car?
My car total with the insurance, just insurance or just the car?
No, the debt on the car. How much debt is on the car?
About 16.
Okay. All right. Of your 40. Or of your 40. So half of it's your car. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the simple answer, but it's not a simple answer, is when you don't have any debt payments, you'll have more room in your budget. So before you start worrying about saving for a down payment on a house, let's clear the debt off. That may mean selling a car. It may mean taking an extra job. It will mean not eating out. It will mean not going on vacation so that I can get out of debt. Because if you didn't have any payments, you'd have money to save for your down payment. That's where it comes from. Your most powerful wealth building tool is your income. Don't give it to somebody else, and then you'll have it to save for a down payment. Simple but hard. This is The Ramsey Show.
We all want peace. Peace with our money, our homes, our schedules, but having peace online is important too. Most of the time when you sign up for a coupon, enter a giveaway, or click yes to another email list, your personal info like your name, your phone number, your address gets collected and sold by data brokers. And before you know it, your inbox is overflowing, your phone's full of spam calls, and your data's floating around who knows where. That is why I love what Delete Me does. Their team of privacy experts finds your personal info on those creepy data broker sites, gets it removed, and keeps it off. It is simple, it's safe, and it gives you more peace of mind. That means fewer spam calls, fewer scams, and way less digital chaos. You have worked so hard to find peace with your money. Now it's time to find peace with your digital life. Start protecting your privacy and your peace today. Go to joindeleteme.com/Ramsey for 20% off an annual plan. That's joindeleteme.com/Ramsey.
Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you're here. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Patrick's in Fort Worth. Hi, Patrick. How are you?
I'm doing good, Dave.
Good. How can I help?
Hey, I've got a question. I've got a patent pending on a mobile application, and I'm wanting to raise funds to get my MVP off the ground, right? And I've had a friend of mine in offer to give me a loan to do this, but I've been listening to you since I was 12 years old. Lost everything last year in a divorce, literally everything. And I'm wanting to go back up, but I don't want to give up my entire percentage of my company in getting with a traditional investor, and I really don't have access to traditional investors. So I'm just kind of curious, because it's kind of hard to crowdfund with a patent pending also. So I'm just kind of curious what you might have on that.
Okay. So remind me again what the patent is on.
Okay, it's on a mobile application.
A mobile application.
Like a phone application.
Like a phone app.
Like an app for your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And why do you have to have a patent for a phone app?
Well, it's just something new that is,
you're going to put it in the Apple Store,
business.
and you're going to put it in the Google Play Store, and people are going to download it onto their phone, right?
Right, but
So
it's
is this
a new and novel idea that nobody has ever put into play before. I mean,
You don't need a patent for that.
Is it a copyright?
You don't need a patent for that.
No, he told me I couldn't copyright it, but basically it would make it to where that somebody else couldn't redo that app. They couldn't make another, because I've started the process to patent a process in the app.
Okay, so
like
all right,
Airbnb has
stop.
a patent
Okay, so
in
how
there.
much are you spending to get the patent pending?
So I've already paid that.
Oh, okay, so you're done.
I've already paid
okay,
that.
so you've got it. So why do you need money to launch something in the Apple Store? It doesn't cost anything.
Well, in order to get the actual application built, the MVP, the minimum viable product, and to build that.
You've not built the app yet.
No,
You're
just have
patent pending the idea
or the technology.
No, the technology is not done.
It's not.
Okay, are you not a programmer? You're not an engineer?
I'm not. No. I've been on my own since I was 16 years old. I bought my first business at 24. I bought and sold several different businesses. I mean, but I lost everything last year, and I'm just starting over.
Okay, so all you need is the engineering done.
Right.
You need a software engineer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's it going to cost to turn this idea into an app?
The lowest quote I've got is around $24,000 to $35,000.
Okay. We've built a bunch of apps here. We've got apps all in the store. I mean, I've put them up, taken them down. We've got a little thing called the Every Dollar app that we've got a lot more than that invested in, obviously, but we've also got, tens of millions of people in it and all that. But even out of the gate, we had more than that in it. So I'm just trying to think how we would do it, because I don't borrow money and I don't bring in outside investors. You know that. You said you've been listening.
I don't want to give up. I
wouldn't do it. What I would do.
He even told me he would give it to me at 5%, but I don't want to take a loan.
Don't take money from your friends.
No. What part of no? You've been listening to us. You knew I was going to tell you not to do any of this.
What's your panic? Like, you feel panicked? Are you about to get beat to market or something? If you hold a patent, can't you exhale and go earn $30,000?
Well, the thing is yes, I have probably 8 to 9 months left of the status. See, my lawyer, he wants to do a non-provisional, which is potentially going to be 20 years protected, right? My uncle was an engineer, not in mobile stuff, but that's how he made his money. So he had invented one of the largest crash compactors in the United States. And I've run by the seat of my pants in business.
What do you? Yeah, I know. I can tell. What do you? Do you have a job?
Yeah, I'm a truck driver. So I've got my CDL, and I've bought and sold 3 different semi trucks, but I lost almost $400,000 income last year during the divorce, and I was paying $3,000 a month in child support, and it just ate me alive. And I did have $15,000 in debt in that, but
okay. Let me stop you. All right, there's something in this situation that smells to high heaven of desperation. Like you sound so desperate.
You called it an application when you're talking to us,
and it's not. It's
like an app.
It's a phone app. For God's sakes, this is not rocket surgery.
Right.
And you sound so in a hurry and so chaotic and so desperate. And all of those things tell me you're getting ready to do something really stupid. Because every time I get that sound in my voice like a beagle chasing a rabbit, that's about the time I'm about to do something dumb. And I can hear it on you. I'm just being honest with you, all right? So what I would tell you to do, I would tell you to do is this. I would tell you to slow your butt down. Take a breath. Okay? That's what I'm going to tell you to do. And then if you want to proceed with this, the only idea that comes to mind structurally on how to pull this off is to find a good software engineer and tell them you will pay them double their rate out of the proceeds. And so if this thing is really a big deal, okay, it's $24,000 worth of stuff, I'm going to pay you $48,000, the first $48,000 that we make on this, I'm going to pay you out. and I'm going to pay you double. And then they're done. And the problem is, as soon as you get the thing up, and here's what I'll teach you about apps. They're not one and done. You can't ship it and forget it. 100% of apps that go out that are successful are constantly being worked on and iterated. The negative thing about digital is you have to constantly work on it. The great thing about digital is you get to constantly make it better. So you're not frozen. When I print a book, it's either good or bad. I'm stuck with it. It's on the shelf for the next 40 years. It's a printed book. When I put something out in the digital world, I can change it tomorrow, and I can change it the next day, and I can change it the next day and make it better as I go along, and I will. And so the Every Dollar budgeting app does not even resemble the app that was launched under the name Every Dollar originally. It has iterated and upgraded almost every other week for years. And so your software engineering costs have just begun, my friend, if this is actually going to work and be successful. Your patent stuff is probably early and tremendous overkill. The number of times that people steal something in an Apple store is just not that big. It doesn't happen much except the Chinese stealing stuff, right? And duplicating it. But I mean, I'm talking about the number of times that someone just comes in and scarfs up an idea that because you didn't have it patented. I'm pretty sure none of the budgeting apps out there that are the top budgeting apps are patented, just to give you an idea. And of course, here's the other thing. As soon as you patent it, you're going to iterate it and change it. So then you got to update the dadgum. Yeah, this isn't, I don't know. I do know. I would slow down, breathe. If you want to involve a software engineer and pay them 1.5 or pay them 2.0, what they're worth, but they only get paid out of the proceeds. And if there are never any proceeds, they get nothing. If it never works, they put in their money for nothing. If they want to join the venture for some extra money, that might be a way to draw somebody in. But the other thing you could do is you just could go make some money, like John said, and then just write somebody a check to have the first round of software engineering done. But be prepared. As soon as you start making a little money, you're going to spend most of that back into new software engineering because you're going to upgrade and iterate. You do not ship it and forget it in the digital world, my friend. This is The Ramsey Show. The calendar might have flipped, but the way to win with money hasn't changed. Living on a budget, staying out of debt, and building wealth intentionally. Now, here's the deal. Most banks make their money when you don't do that. They're fine if you stay broke and frustrated. And that's why I recommend Fair Winds Credit Union. They actually want you to win with money. Their Smart Bundle gives you a no-fee checking account, a high-yield savings account, and the new Ramsey Be Weird debit card that says, debt is normal, be weird, right on the front. It's not just a card, it's a statement, because every time you use it, it says you control your money. Your money doesn't control you. So this year, stick to your plan, don't chase gimmicks or points, and partner with a credit union that helps you make progress in the baby steps. Visit fairwinds.org/Ramsey to take control of your money and stay weird.
Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back to the Ramsey Show in the Fairwinds Credit Union studio. Dr. John Delony, number one number one best-selling author.
I'm the number
Ramsey
one person,
personality.
Dave.
You're the
I'll
number
take
one
it.
person. That's it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you're all of that. And number one show on the Ramsey Networks. Not really, but a big show on the Ramsey Networks. He's number one everywhere in his mind. So check it all out. He's here to help me this hour since my mouth is apparently not working. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Thomas is in South Dakota. Help us, Thomas. What's up?
Hey, Dave. Hey, John. What's going on? I'm calling today because I'm 18 years active duty military.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, thank you. Unfortunately, a couple of years ago, life happened, and I ended up getting divorced. With that, before we got divorced, my ex-wife and I, we were completely debt-free, and I was able to contribute 60% of my income towards investments.
Holy!
40% was going to my TSP, and another 20% was going to my kids' college funds.
Wow.
But now that I'm divorced, I've been divorced now for 2 years. I have found myself accumulating a little bit of debt. I'm back at $57,000 worth of debt.
What in the world? What did you buy in 2 years?
So I bought a vehicle. Following your baby steps.
What kind of truck is it?
It's a Ford Raptor.
Well, I think we found the problem, Thomas.
Yeah, it's definitely part of it.
No, it's the whole thing.
No, it's all of it. Taylor Swift wrote a song about it.
It's your divorce Raptor truck. We know what it is.
It's called "I'm the Problem." It's me.
Yeah. So I'm calling because I can pay this debt off pretty quickly.
What do you
I make?
make?
About $78,000 a year.
You make $78,000 a year, and you owe what on the Raptor?
I owe $57,000.
Yeah.
Well, I owe $37,000 on the Raptor and $18,000 in credit card debt that I used to purchase furniture and stuff for the house that I got divorced.
Okay.
I still contribute the 60% of my income towards my TSP.
Yeah. You can't afford to do that. You're broke.
So I was thinking. So my philosophy here and what I was looking for is some guidance. I was thinking about cutting off my TSP. However, in the divorce, my ex-wife decided to go ahead. Hey, your whole military pension is yours. I just want half the TSP. I've still been contributing because in my head I was like, I'd rather make a little bit more money on the back end versus stop contributing altogether and out of spite just not contribute because I don't want her to get it.
When does she get half? Now?
67.
What?
Oh, no, wait a minute. That's not possible. Is this divorce isn't final, is it?
It is. Yes, sir. So when we went to court, I had several different options that I could do.
And you agreed to give her half of your TSP at age 67?
Yes.
Not what half of it becomes by then, but whatever's in there at half. That's not right. Something's wrong.
That's based off of what the lawyers were saying and stuff. They said that was the better of the deal.
Apparently, these lawyers didn't take math class. It's a horrible deal. All right, so you need to get clarification because I don't think you understand what really happened, or you got the worst deal in the history of divorces.
I've never heard of this deal. Okay. If this is what you got.
It is normal for you to transfer half of your TSP to her now. That is a normal process in a divorce, and she can roll that into an IRA and have no taxes. It is very strange for her to get anything at age 67. Like, I've never heard of this in 35 years of doing what I do. That's strange.
What they wanted to do was she would get half of my military pension on top of half of the TSP.
Yeah, that would be normal. But half the TSP today, not at 67.
Well, now what the deal that they had worked out was she doesn't get any of the military pension. She only gets the TSP.
Okay. Now or at 67?
At 67 when it matures.
Okay. Then it should be half like your half of your TSP. How much is in your TSP today?
166.
Okay. So half would be 83,000. Okay. Right?
Yes.
Today. So whatever 83,000 grows to, at age 67 she should get. But she shouldn't get half of everything you put in between now and then, because otherwise you would put in nothing between now and then.
Right. So that was going to be my next question, is if I just stop contributing altogether.
You have to contribute. Listen, if you did the worst deal in divorce history and she gets half of your TSP regardless of whether you put money in or not, that's the worst deal I've ever heard of in my life. I've never even heard of you get half at 67. That's just very weird, dude. Like these lawyers are completely freaking incompetent weird. Okay? But if you did do that, you need to go back and clarify, is it what half of it today becomes, what $83,000 becomes at 67, or is it just half of whatever's in there? Because if it's half of whatever's in there, you don't put another dime in it. You're done with that. You got to go put money in a Roth IRA, and you got to put money in other stuff, but the TSP's off limits to you because she's going to take half of everything you put in there for the next, how old are you?
I'm 36.
Yeah, good God. For 30 years, you're going to contribute to her. No, thank you. You did the worst deal ever. So, no, we're not doing that. That's dumb. That's dumber than a rock, man. I'm telling you. That. I'm so pissed at your lawyer right now, I can't see. I want to smack him. This is horrible. But you did the deal. I guess it's final. So you need to go back and get clarity if she gets what $83,000 becomes, or if she gets half of whatever's in there.
It's going to be whatever's in there. Otherwise, they would have just transferred the 83 out.
They should have just transferred the 83 out. That's what they should have done. That would be normal instead of this dumb butt thing they did. So
yeah, John is correct. It is whatever's in there later. Because I tried to fight and get the half now, but then they were like,
okay, then here's what it is. She gets what that half becomes, because it's not going to become anything else, because you're not going to add anything else to it. You're stupid if you do.
Okay.
But you are the one that signed this divorce decree also. So, oh my God, this is horrible, man. It's just horrible.
She has 30-year claim on future earnings for you.
Jeez, man.
Y'all have kids?
We have 2 of them. Yes.
I've heard of future.
I want to get away from this woman really bad. This is what this is.
I've heard, and rightfully so, a future claim on future earnings if you've got kids through the age of 18, right? So if you were making $25,000 and suddenly you're making $150,000,
that's child support.
That's not this.
That's child support. That's normal.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've heard of that.
That's normal. But half the 401k is normal. Half the TSP is normal. But you transfer it now, and it rolls out into an IRA, and then she does whatever she does with it. Okay. Your answer is you have a truck you can't afford that you bought while you're grieving your broken heart. And your heart was broken by your wife and your idiot attorney. So you have 2 reasons for a broken heart. So you've got to sell this truck, honey. And I love Raptors. I drove one over here today. I like them. But this truck is brain damage. So it's killing you. You cannot afford to drive this truck. It's more truck than you can afford with the money you make. Sell your truck, get your budget back balanced, and move into the future. And please don't put anything else in this TSP. Finally, mortgage rates have dropped, and you know what that means? People who've been sitting on the sidelines are about to jump back in to the housing market. So if you've been waiting to buy, this could be your window, but you've got to be prepared and do it the Ramsey way. You need to contact Churchill Mortgage. Their Home Buyer Edge program gives you peace of mind in a wild market. You can cap your rate for 90 days, so if rates go up, you're protected. If rates go down, Churchill will drop yours automatically. And get this, Churchill will even back your offer with a $10,000 seller guarantee. So if your loan falls through due to financing, the seller still gets paid. That's how confident Churchill is. Plus, when you shop as a Churchill certified home buyer, it's stronger than pre-approval. It makes you look like a cash buyer, which makes your offer rise to the top. So don't let this moment pass you by. Get ready now. Go to ChurchillMortgage.com to get started today. That's ChurchillMortgage.com.
This is a paid advertisement. Homebuyer Edge and Seller Guarantee are available for qualifying borrowers and select loan types only, and not available in all states or locations. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Equal Housing Lender.
Guys, student loan debt is an epidemic, and defaulting on debt makes you feel even worse. But our question of the day sponsor, Why Refi, refinances defaulted private student loans and builds a custom loan based on your ability to pay. You'll have a payment you can afford with a low fixed interest rate you couldn't get anywhere else. So go to whyrefi.com/Ramsey. That's the letter Y, REFY.com/Ramsey. Might not be in all states.
All right, today's question comes from Abigail in West Virginia. Abigail writes, my in-laws are too much to deal with, specifically my mother-in-law. Abigail, she knows you wrote this. I don't know how mother-in-laws know, they just know. She has to stick her nose into everything. She has a key to our house, which was bought by my husband before we got married. She's folded our laundry, cleaned our house, and moved stuff while we were not at home. Oh, man. I've asked my husband to talk to her, but he told me he couldn't do it and told me to chill out.
You don't have a mother-in-law problem. You have a husband
problem.
You
have a husband problem.
He's a wuss.
God almighty. That makes me so uncomfortable. To think my mom would come over to our house. My mom's amazing, but my mom would come over and go through
unsolicited,
go through our stuff
without your permission.
And even more uncomfortable is my wife said, I need this to not happen again. And I said, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm scared of my mommy.
Oh my gosh, Abigail, you have a husband problem.
He needs to run down to Walmart on aisle 3 and pick up a backbone.
Yeah, and some Pampers while he's there. Because he might TT in his pants while he talks to mommy. Y'all need to have this conversation. I mean, this is
awful.
Yeah, sorry. This is
awful.
Mother-in-law is going to do what... Here's the deal. I think and maybe she's controlling, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I think mother-in-law is trying to love her little baby the best she knows how.
She's trying to be helpful, and she's screwed up.
Yes, and she doesn't think you're loving him the right way, but she's not going to say anything. She's just going to keep doing it, and... I think your cute little hubby is a gigantic 14-year-old, and he needs to grow up real quick.
Yeah. So if you say a thing, you start a 10-year feud. You can't say a thing. The only thing you can do is encourage your husband to have a backbone, and this is out of line. There's no boundaries here. This is ridiculous, and it needs to stop yesterday. Tell him you want the locks changed, and you want him to call his mother and tell her to not come in your home without clearing it with both of you first, that you're a married couple and this is weird and she shouldn't be doing this. Mom, we love you. Thank you for the help. You can't do this anymore. I've changed the locks. Your key's not good anymore, and you don't need to come in our home anymore. It's a real short, calm conversation. And he needs to man up and do that. If he cannot do that, you do not have a mother-in-law problem. You have a husband problem, and you'll need to sit down with a marriage counselor.
Correct. And by the way, to husband listening to this, you don't call your mom and say, my wife doesn't want you coming in the house to do laundry anymore.
You goober.
You be a grown-up and you say, I messed up.
Leave and cleave.
That's right.
Leave your mother and father.
We need to figure out how to do these things on our own.
To your spouse.
Golly, dude. And mother-in-laws, don't break into your kids' homes and do their laundry for them. Unless there's like a medical crisis or a newborn and they've asked you for your help. Don't do that.
Even if there's a newborn and they ask for your help, you still ask permission.
Yes. Oh, of course. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you've been invited
show
in.
up with a key that you had before they were married. So one of the best practical jokes we ever played was a key. Have you ever heard this one?
No.
I had a personal assistant 25 years ago, beautiful Christian lady, and she got engaged. Mm-hmm. So for her engagement party, all the guys, we took her to an ice hockey game in Nashville, and the announcer at the hockey game was a friend of mine. And so one of the guys in the office that was with us, was about 10 guys, went all throughout the whole section and handed every guy a key, went to the hardware store and got keys. And the announcer said, Cherie is getting married next week. Anyone that has a key to her apartment needs to bring it to her. and like 500 guys got up and started bringing keys to her. It was such a wonderful practical joke. But yeah, that's much better than this one.
This just makes me sad.
Yeah, this is bad. Yeah. So,
and can I tell you this one thing? So one time, a friend of mine, they were having some family stuff, and it was a couple friend of me and my wife's, and we've known them forever and ever and ever. And they were going through some, like, just somebody passed away or something. And I said, hey, let's get them a house cleaner just to come in and clean up. And my wife looked at me and said, are you crazy? So what do you mean? She said, you know what that would feel like to me if somebody came over to see us and then they hired someone to come clean my house?
Oh, it'd be like an insult.
It'd be an insult. And so I've got to say, mom coming over to clean the house and do the laundry is a little bit of a flex.
Ooh.
Right? It's a little bit of a flex. And so
it's like cooking the lasagna.
It's like
the recipe you got for lasagna.
You're not taking care of my little boy the way he deserves to be taken care of. I'll come over and help. It kind of feels like Ray Romano's mom.
It's like your underwear was folded wrong.
Yes.
So
I'm sorry, honey. I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
And so,
Ooh,
husband needs to grow up.
Mother-in-law flex.
This whole thing makes me feel uncomfortable. Dave, I never feel uncomfortable. This one does.
This is like, it's got a little stalker-esque.
It does, man.
She's got a key and she sneaks in like Keebler's elves or something and cooks and does the laundry.
No, because this kind of mother-in-law leaves a note that says, hey, I noticed things were messy, so I cleaned up and I vacuumed. Y'all have a great night. And it's just like a little...
It's a total flex.
But if you say anything, it's like, oh, I was just trying to help. I'm so sorry. I won't help anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
You martyr out. The martyr out.
Yeah.
Martyr out. She'll definitely martyr out.
The old, okay. There's some old Dairy Queen napkins in the glove box. I'll just eat those. Y'all just go eat wherever you want to. I'll just eat the old Kleenexes, and I'll just sit in the car and be cold. And when y'all get done, y'all just come out. It's that.
Hey, I did run into a guy the other day that's opening a new food truck called Wherever You Want to Go.
That's the
Because when everybody asks where they want to eat, it's wherever you want to go.
Wherever you want to go.
Oh, okay, we're heading. We'll go.
Right there. There used to be a great little honky-tonk in Lubbock, Texas called the Library. We'd be like, where are you going? We're going to the library. All right, good.
The honky-tonk.
Going to the library.
Love it. All right, boys and girls. Boundaries are necessary. And I will admit that the hardest stage of parenting for me has been parenting children who are no longer in my control. It is the hardest stage to stay out of other people's business that are grown-ups, even if they are from my flesh and blood. And so that does not matter. And I don't have any major issues. It's not like any of them are doing anything extremely stupid or something, but still, just not telling grown-up people what they have to do with your dad voice, it requires a little bit of discipline.
Yeah. Even today, my son is studying for his first round of high school finals. He's a freshman. And I know the science of studying. I know the pedagogy of studying. I have been a high school and a college teacher for my whole career. And he's got to go through this first round of finals, studying the way he rolls his eyes and says, Dad, I know. Okay. And it's hard because I want to go in there and say, this is the way. He's got to learn this time. And then next time we'll be able to speak from a place of, all right,
I need some help.
Yeah,
Dad, show me how to do this.
Right. And it's hard. It's hard when your precious little Johnny's underwear isn't folded right. Mother-in-law. It's Abigail's husband now.
Abigail.
Back up. Abigail. Be cool. Be cool, man.
She has to stick her nose into everything.
It's the move stuff while we weren't home.
That one's weird. Yeah, came back, the furniture's rearranged.
It's kind of like Misery.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's got a stalker-esque thing to it.
The penguin always faces north.
This is the Ramsey Show. I love entrepreneurs. Don't forget, guys, I started my company on a card table myself, so I know what it's like to have people counting on you. your team, your family, not to mention your customers. And when you're the one signing the paychecks, you can't afford to fly blind. But I'll be honest, early on, one thing that nearly sunk us was wasting time with spreadsheets that didn't add up because business units didn't talk to each other. I finally told my team, just fix it. And they did. We got NetSuite. That was years ago, and we've never looked back. See, NetSuite isn't just for tech giants. It's built for growing businesses like yours. Over 43,000 businesses already run on NetSuite, including a lot that started just like you. And now, with built-in AI, NetSuite is helping them even more. It's one system connected to every part of your business for real-time insights, not guesswork. NetSuite AI flags inventory issues, cash flow risks, even supplier delays before they become problems. So you can trust the data, stop wasting time, and make the right decisions faster. Take a free product tour today at netsuite.com/Ramsey. That's netsuite.com/Ramsey. John Delony, Ramsey Personality, is my co-host today. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is The Ramsey Show. The phone number is 888-825-5225. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you being here. If you want to help us out, we can use the help. We really can. Follow the show on the format or the platform that you're listening or watching. Click subscribe or click follow. It really helps our numbers big time. And because it causes the show to be pushed forward with their algorithms, and other people who don't know about it hear about it. And it's the best promotion we get. And also, you share the show. A lot of these apps and platforms have a share button or a share feature, and you can just send an episode to somebody and let them watch it or listen to it. I was listening to a podcast this week. A friend of mine was on Tucker Carlson. I said, hey, man, listen to this. And I sent it to another friend of mine, just like that. And Tucker's got a great podcast that's going big. It's going Zoom right now, and so on. So listen to one of Joe Rogan's. It was going Zoom. It's really good. I sent it. Just share it. Just do. Anytime you read a good book, Jack Carr's got a new book out. If the guy did Terminal List, I read every one of his, and so yeah, I'm telling everybody, go get the new one. It's good. It's very cool. So Falcons brought me a copy of Jack's new book. Have you seen it?
I saw that he signed it,
and he shot it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's got a bullet hole in it. That's fabulous. If you don't know Jack, he was a former SEAL, and so these are all
that's a good friend.
Navy SEAL books, and they're like, shoot 'em up spy movie type stuff, and they're great books, fiction obviously, and but so it has a bullet hole in it. It's amazing. I may want to do that with my next book.
I think that would be fantastic.
It has absolutely nothing to do with the book, which his does, but I still want to do it anyway. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, Kathy's in Philadelphia. Hi, Kathy. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hello. I'm calling today with a question I hope you guys can help me with. My husband and I are considering putting in a solar array to offset our utility bill. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to bounce the numbers off of you and see if it was a smart move with where we're at currently.
Okay.
So Hubs and I are between baby steps 5 and 6, I guess. We have a substantial amount of money in savings, but we haven't earmarked that specifically. This is child A, this is child B. There's their college fund. Mm-hmm. They're pretty young yet, 3 and 5. Mm-hmm. We feel like we've got some time to.
So you would pay cash for the solar?
More. Well, that's what we want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Pay right. How much is it?
For the solar. The unit's about $53,000.
Okay, and what is the what's the break even on it?
They say they have it calculated out, and we looked at the numbers. About 8 years, we'd have it all back between the ITC and our state credits for Pennsylvania and SREC and those things.
Okay, that's borderline. I usually look for a 5 to 7 year break even, and most of the time that you see that you're going to get that, it's going to be in a area of the country that is a lot of sun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Phoenix, Arizona type of a thing, that kind of thing. You're not going to, it's a little different than Philly, not Seattle, that kind of stuff. So you just think about what you got. I don't know the technical parts. What I do know from the financial side is I've been doing this for 35 years. I've watched the solar panel efficiency as far as what's the break even, meaning what do you pay for it? How quickly can it convert the energy? How efficiently can it convert the energy? Thus, how fast it saves you money. I've watched the technology on that. It's probably 5 or 10 times better than it was 30 years ago. It's really come a long, long way. It used to just be total crap. And now it's like, I actually endorse solar companies in a couple of cities that we have talk radio on, and I'm fine to do that as long I don't endorse financing it, obviously. But generally I tell folks a 5 to a 7. Your 8 is borderline. What I might do is see if they're selling you some bells and whistles you could take off that would still get you down to the 40,000 range or so, and that might get you to a 6 or a 7 year break even. Maybe they got you, with a convertible and power windows. I don't know, right?
Right, absolutely.
But, check that out, learn about that. That's what I would do if I were in this situation. But
I'd run one more company, too. Have one more company come over and give a bid and see what they're saying.
That's a good idea.
Well, we ran 2 companies, and we actually have gotten from 75,000 down to 52,000, 53,000 by pitting them against each other. So we feel like we're kind of, that's about where, I mean, I could bring in a third company, but I feel like at this point, if we've come down 25,000 almost.
That's a good start. That's a good start. Yeah, see, they got some margin in that crap, huh? That's cool. Okay, right. So I knew they were making bank, but I'm a fan of the technology. I'm not a fan of you're not doing this, but for the rest of you out there, that they really try to force a payment plan on you and go, look, your payment is less than the amount you're going to save on your electric bill. No, that's dumb butt stuff, because the things are attached to your house, and then you got a mess, you got a lien on your property, you got all kinds of mess. No, do not finance them ever. Do not finance anything ever. You're listening to Dave freaking Ramsey. Okay, so, but you're not doing that. But that's for everybody else. The technology has come a long, long way. I will tell you this, Kathy. I think it's going to go a long way further. So, like, if you sell your house in 7 years or 8 years, probably what's attached to your house is crap.
Okay.
It'd be like you had a 7-year-old computer or a 7-year-old cell phone. How much further it's come along. That's the rate. That's the pace of change in the technology. And so don't think this is going to enhance the sale of your house. It's probably cluttering the sale of your house a decade from today. That's why I want you to get a quick break even on it, because it's just, what is a 7-year-old computer? A doorstop. That's what it is. It's like, what? It has to boot up? It's like,
where's the DOS disk?
What is this strange beach ball thing? It's like, so...
I even handed one of our audio guys an old iPod that I found and said, hey, I want to pull the music off of it because I don't let my son have a phone out in the wild. But I said, I want you to fill it with old country songs. He looked at me like I had just handed him a box of fresh dog turds. He's
Antiques.
Like, what is this? I don't know what to do with this thing.
Fresh dog turds.
Yeah, I probably could have used a better analogy on your radio show, Dave. But
our radio show.
Our radio show. Yeah. There we go.
Thank you.
But yeah, it was strange. But hey, he took it back and figured it out, man.
Yeah, there you go. Well, because he's that guy. Alex is with us. Alex is in Tallahassee. Hi, Alex. How are you?
Good. How about yourself, Dave and John?
Good. How can we help?
Yeah, my wife and I have a little scenario. We currently have owned 7 properties. One of them is my primary residence, and then 6 investments. 3 of the investment properties are paid off, and we've been discussing about maybe selling 2 properties, and selling 2 properties would pay off the remaining of the balance that I have on the 4 other properties that still have a mortgage on them.
You'd be 100% debt free,
including my primary. Yes, sir.
I would do that
right now.
Today.
Yes.
Yeah, today. Okay.
I love real estate. I love real estate, Alex, but I like being debt free more.
I agree. And we were trying to hold on to the not sell properties and just add more to the portfolio just for our children in the future. But
you'll be able to do that because you won't have any payments.
I see.
Yeah, how much you can stack cash with no payments to be able to buy the next one debt free. And by the next one debt free, and by the next one debt free. That's what I started doing about 20 years ago. And I've got quite a large amount of real estate now. Yeah.
Can I ask one more quick question on the topic of real estate?
Yes, sir.
On the properties, once they are paid off, would you recommend I continue to keep the homeowner's insurance?
Yes.
Because I'm in Florida, and homeowner's insurance is through the roof.
It's not homeowners. It's fire and EC. It's not technically homeowners. Homeowners is for owner-occupied only. But fire and EC, you got to run the analysis on it. I didn't think about you being in Florida. Ugh. It's super expensive. You're right. Just run an analysis on it and go, how much of this pain am I willing to absorb? What happened if they all got wiped off the face of the earth by a hurricane? What would you do? Wish you had insurance? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I run a worst case scenario through my emotional filters and see if I end up crying or not. This is the Ramsey Show.
If you missed open enrollment, don't panic. Most health plans lock you out for the year if you didn't sign up by December. But Christian Healthcare Ministries lets you join anytime. CHM offers a simple, flexible, and budget-friendly alternative to health insurance, and you can join anytime. That's right. No open enrollment deadlines. CHM is perfect if you're self-employed, starting a business, or in between jobs because it gives you options without those out-of-control COBRA costs. And CHM isn't insurance. It's a community of believers coming together to share medical bills and pray for one another. That's real peace of mind. You're not just sharing costs, you are sharing community. And families have trusted CHM since 1981 with billions of dollars in medical bills shared. You can see any doctor or hospital you want with no network restrictions, and members say that they often save hundreds of dollars a month compared to traditional insurance. So make a change that fits your budget and your values. Check out chministries.org/budget to learn more. That's chministries.org/budget.
Dr. John Delony, Ramsey Personality, is my co-host today. Thank you for joining us, America. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Corey is with us in Washington, D.C. Hi, Corey. How are you?
Hi, I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I am trying to figure out how to get out of a stuck situation. I went through a divorce, which was a really terrible relationship, and jumped into my mother's home for the time being, which has been way too long now. And in the process, I came in to her home with $50,000 in credit card debt and a car loan, which I've since paid off. I've now
you paid off all the credit card debt and all the car both?
Yes, all that.
Way to go! How long have you been there?
I have been here for 6 years.
Oh.
So I paid that off, and I've saved. I went back to school all in that time and got a decent job, and now make 3 times the amount that I was.
What are you
when I
making?
First started my job. Now I make $118.
Why are you still there?
Because this market here, I started looking in 2020 for homes. I'd been outbid several times by like $40,000 at
How old are you?
45.
Okay. Why have you not gone and just rented something?
So
you're debt free and you make $120,000 a year. You can rent something.
Yeah, the rentals around here for a 3-bedroom. I have 3 kids and myself. For a 3-bedroom, it's about $3,000 a month. So at that point, I thought I was just throwing away money. My income has gone up each year pretty substantially. So I keep feeling like I'm chasing the carrot. I get to like a point where I could potentially make it work, and then the rents go up and the prices on the houses go up, and of course the interest rates are up. So I feel like I can never just get a grasp on something that I can actually move comfortably into. So now I'm trying to figure out, do I just put everything on hold as far as trying to buy a home.
No, the secret to happiness is lower expectations. You're trying to move into a neighborhood in an area that your income does not allow you to do.
Understood.
And you probably won't be able to catch that carrot. And I don't want you being 55 and living with your mother. I don't want your children graduating from high school living with their grandmother.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I have nothing saved up for them to go to school.
Yeah, but the point is that you have painted yourself a world where you have decided that you are trapped by housing prices and rental prices.
Okay.
And you're not.
So I get paid biweekly, and I get paid about $2,600. Again, my income just went up in January. I was getting paid several hundred less per month last year and the year before. So with that, what can I afford? Because I keep looking at all these other bills.
Okay.
And
if
honestly,
I understood you right, you're debt free, and you have how much saved?
About it's close to 60.
And you make $118,000 a year, and you have 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
Did I understand all of that right?
Yes.
And you did all of that in 6 years, coming out of a broken, toxic, horrible marriage. I'm so proud of you.
And you got a degree. You're freaking amazing.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
You've really accomplished a lot here. And the thing I think I'm hearing, and I might be wrong, Corey, but I think I'm hearing that that probably in the marriage and definitely with Mom, the home that you're living in are both nicer than the home that you can afford now, and you're having trouble with that.
Probably, yeah. I've definitely looked at lowering, some of my living, what I'm used to, but
yeah. The home that your mom is in now, did you grow up in that home?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. So the home you grew up in was not as nice as the home that you're currently staying in?
No.
And you're not damaged because of that?
I wouldn't. I mean, this house is okay. It's not like fantastic or anything like that.
Could you afford to buy it if it was on the market?
No.
Okay. That's the point. And your childhood home, though, you might, and your children will not be damaged if they move into a home that's not something off of the real estate channel on, being redone by Chip and Joanna. Okay. So I want you to get your toe in the water in some kind of piece of real estate and establish sustainability of your own life, whether that's an inexpensive rental and you have a little bit too far of a commute, or it's not a stellar piece of property that lines up with all of your wants, but does cover your needs. But I think you've set your I think the reason you're chasing the carrot is you set the carrot pretty far out on the stick, and I'm gonna pull the carrot back in and grab a hold of it and take a bite out of it.
I think it's probably both, and it's move the carrot out, and the housing market has gotten tough, especially in D.C.
I'm not saying it's not tough, but I'm saying the way she can enter the market making $120,000 a year with a $60,000 down payment is probably not. I mean, D.C. is super expensive.
Right.
You're going to be outside of D.C. You're not buying a place. You're not buying a place in D.C. proper. You're not buying a place in L.A. or San Francisco. That used to be when you made $100,000 a year, you'd made it, but not anymore.
Right.
And not with housing prices being what they are. And so you're in a market where your expectations are based on your fabulous progress that you've made. I'm very proud of you, but it may mean that you go somewhere else.
And Dave, this is like a thing that I want to be emphatic about. There's going to be things you want to give your kids. Like she even mentioned, I don't even have any college savings. I don't have this. I don't have this. Your kids can share a room. Your kids can put themselves through college. Your kids can do so much. What her kids have that I don't think she has recognized yet is they have a mom
who's a warrior,
who is extraordinary.
Yes.
The greatest gift my parents gave me was not college. They didn't have the money to pay for college. It wasn't a car. It wasn't any of those things. It was I had two parents that always scratched and clawed, and both of them had midlife career changes, and I watched them flourish. And lo and behold, this opportunity came up when I had a career. and I had the courage to go do something else, and I had the work ethic and all the stuff. That's what she's giving her kids, and it's not something you can buy. It's something you witness. And so go get a townhome if that's all you can afford, and 2 of your kids can share rooms, and they're going to be fine because they've got an incredible mom who loves them, and they're watching you blaze a path. That's the greatest gift you can give your kids. It just is. All the other stuff's gravy.
The number of people that shared a bedroom with a sibling that ended up in counseling because of that alone is zero.
There's a lot of kids. I'm telling you right now, I just had this conversation this weekend in Utah with the behavior services team. There's a lot of people in counseling because they have never shared a room. They've never had to negotiate anything other than whatever they want whenever they want it. And then they go to college or then they get married and their whole universe explodes because somebody else has a different opinion about something.
Because somebody said, oh, the axis of the world does not run through the top of your little head. Who knew?
Who knew? I've talked to every residence hall director on planet Earth that I've ever met, and I've always asked them, just privately, shared rooms or single rooms. I've never had one say the right thing to do developmentally for a college kid is to share a room. I can't sell it anymore because these kids are coming from their own bedrooms, their own bathrooms, and their own whirlpool tub, so I have to make these single ones. But if I was a king for a day...
You mean there's not a skylight?
Everybody has to share a room. Can we get the sushi delivered to our dorm room? No! Yes, kids can share rooms. They're so resilient, especially when you have a mom like that. So,
yeah.
You've
given them a gift, Corey.
They can change schools. It's okay. It's okay.
You've given them a gift by stepping out of a horrible situation and then standing knee-deep in that manure and flourishing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And using that as fertilizer and have grown and grown and grown and grown. I'm so proud of you. You're an amazing lady. I think your real estate is just, I think your problem is unrealistic expectations with your numbers. So that's going to mean you either, that you change probably the neighborhood you've been looking in, whether it be for buying or for renting. And it may be a long commute. It may mean a complete move. It may mean a lot of other things. But, and that's not to say I think that Washington, D.C. real estate's cheap. It's quite the opposite. It's basically crazy. This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back to The Ramsey Show in the Fairwinds Credit Union studio. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. Dr. John Delony, Ramsey personality, #1 best-selling author and host of the Dr. John Delony Show on the Ramsey Networks. He's my co-host today. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Daniel's in New York City. Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Ramsey. Big fan of the show. Me and my girlfriend, we're both young. We'd like to start dating and move it. Well, sorry. We have been dating for 4 years, and we'd like to move in together and potentially, we'd like to get married. I was just curious on what your thoughts were.
The data's not in your favor.
Yeah, I'm aware. I've heard you guys read off the statistics before.
I'm actually doing some research for a new marriage project, and they actually have the cohabitation data longitudinally just for earned income. And something as simple as household income over time is less than those who are married. Not to mention the statistics around the relationship not making it over time. How long have y'all been dating?
4 years.
4 years? Why not just pull the trigger? What are you waiting on?
I would like to do it. My parents are advising against it, and they're saying that we should live together for 6 months to a year prior. I would like to do it. It's just that I'm also heeding their advices.
How old are you?
My parents. I'm 25, 26 in a month.
Okay. So if you already have if you're a guy who's going to listen to their parents, even if you disagree with them, why are you calling two strangers on a podcast?
I was just curious what your guys' opinions was.
You already knew.
Yeah, you already knew what we were going to say.
Yeah.
I started rattling off the data, and you're like, yeah, I already knew that.
Right. We both think we're very, financially sound. We've saved up a bunch of money, so I'm just curious if that changes anything or no.
No.
John, how old were you when you got married?
Me?
Yeah.
24.
Okay. I was 22.
Yeah.
I've been married 43 years.
I'm 23 and a half.
I think you can respect your parents and still disagree with them.
I do all the time. I love my parents to death. They're good people.
I respect John, and I disagree with him sometimes.
Yeah. We disagree all the time.
Not really.
And I'm usually right.
Not
that's
really.
That's even
Not
harder.
really. Yeah.
So
let me take it this.
Yes, sir.
Are you calling us because you actually want to marry this girl?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At some point, you're going to have to say, as for me and my household.
Yeah. Your mom and dad no longer get to tell you what to do when you're a man, my son. They can only advise you.
Right. So my next question would
and neither
be,
do podcasters get to tell you what to do. You still have to do what you want to do.
Yes, sir. Understood. So we've got about $6,000 saved up. I understand that you guys advise 1 month of income for engagement ring or rings.
Oh.
In our area for New York City and Long Island, it's really expensive for rent. We've traveled to a few cities. We're other than we figure you guys recommend the quarter of your income for living expenses. Can we permit up to 35% where we are? We're both in the hospitality entry level positions. We graduated together with associate's degrees.
Okay. Well, that's a completely different set of questions, separate from what you called about, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, yes, 1 month of your income is the maximum you should spend on a ring. And yes, 1/4 of your take-home pay is the most you need to put into rent, not for household expenses, but into rent, because you don't create a sustainable situation. You're short on money. You're house poor when your rent is 35 or 40 or 50%, regardless of where you live. So if your income is going to be going up doubling in the next year and a half or 2 years, and you take on a little bit higher rent, then that doesn't kill you. But if you try to sit there and prosper for 4 years where your rent is 35% of your take-home, you got a bad formula. You're going to struggle with that one.
Oh, but they're in New York, so all rent's going to be free from now on. They're going to be good.
Yeah.
No, too soon?
Yeah. Plus or minus the rats. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I'm not talking about the rodents, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It's no, Daniel. The math still has to math, even in New York. And so yeah, you've got to decide what you guys are going to do. It may be, if you're going to be in the hospitality business, if you can't move up quickly enough with your associate's degrees into sustainable incomes in a market that's that expensive, then you may need to be doing it somewhere else. That's a possibility too. Lots of people leave areas they can't afford to live in. That's been since time began. People have done that until they can afford to do it. And so, and New York City being one of the more expensive cities in the world to live in. So literally New York, Tokyo, London, San Francisco. I mean, this is the list, right? Paris. These are very uber expensive to live in. Not just because they're recognizable major metro areas, but it's just stinking expensive, period. And so try renting a flat in London. Whew, that'll get your attention. Scott's in Montana. Let's go the other direction. What's up, Scott?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
My wife and I, we are almost done with baby step 2. I'm 49 years old, and I was approached today at work to purchase a long-term care policy. It's a
nursing home care.
It says if you become chronically ill, lifetime benefit term will pay you 4%.
You don't need it.
That's what I was wondering. I was a little hesitant on that.
Yeah.
What's the main?
The main deal is this. Long-term care insurance is vital when you're 60 years old and above. the percentage likelihood of you using it prior to 60 is very close to zero.
Okay.
So we don't recommend buying it until you're 60. And if you're 60 and you got $10 million, don't buy it. Just self-insure. Just pay for the nursing home or pay for in-home care or whatever you're going to do, okay? But if you're, you got $500,000 to your name and you're 60 years old and the nursing home's going to be $300,000 over 3 years, it's going to crack and scramble the nest egg. Typically, the guy dies before the lady 75% of the time. And so Papa goes in the nursing home, uses up all the money, and then dies, leaves Mama broke. That's the one 60 years old that needs long-term care insurance. You don't need it at 40.
49.
49.
Okay.
You don't need it till you're 60. I'm
That's
65.
good.
I got plenty of money. I didn't buy it.
That's where I was. I was a little hesitant, and I have a life insurance policy now, a term life that's done. I guess until it's at 75. It ends. I also have insurance through the military. Should I be purchasing any other type of
life insurance? You need if about 10 to 12 times your income on you to cover your family if you die. And that's taking care of your wife and kids. When you're 75, the kids hopefully will be grown and gone. They'll be grown. Hopefully they'll be gone. And so that's the game plan. And you'll be out of debt and have some money. And you're with some financial planning, you outlive the need for life insurance long term. But for right now, yeah, you do need some life insurance. So many years ago, we came up with this great idea. There were these new things on your phones called an app, an application. So we decided that Ramsey should have an app that would do your budget. And we worked and we worked and we worked and we worked on it, and we developed really, over the last decade or so, the world's best budgeting app, without a doubt. It's called Every Dollar, because every dollar has an assignment by you. You assign every one of your dollars a place to go, give it a name. Well, what has ended up happening then is that over the last 3 or 4 years, we've invested $1 bazillion in programming and in brilliant digital minds inside this building that do things I can't even spell, and have managed to integrate into it the whole Ramsey plan, the Ramsey way. So like you guys call in and ask us detailed, nuanced questions about what you do at this baby step, or what do I do there, what do I do there? And we've actually got almost all of that now answered inside of Every Dollar. So the all-new Every Dollar, we just relaunched it the other day. And it's a complete game changer. You can watch the premiere on our YouTube channel and see it how it works in action. What happens is when you go in, if you've been there before, do it again. If you've never been, go now. And get into the Every Dollar app, because what happens in just the first 15 minutes or so, you're going to find thousands of dollars of margin, and then we're going to start showing you how to apply it using the Baby Steps framework and the Ramsey way, so to speak. And the Ramsey way basically is we're going to take you from debt into wealth and generosity. Change your whole family tree. We want you to get there. And so imagine how much you could find to put towards your money goals. The all-new Every Dollar. It's here. Check it out. Jake is with us in Cleveland, Ohio. Hi, Jake. How are you?
Good, guys. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
So me and my wife were 24, fresh out of college a few years ago. So we decided to build a home, our forever home. And the cost kind of got out of control. Our parents stepped in. My parents stepped in. Me and my wife have been blessed to have our parents by our side. They actually followed your financial piece back in 2000. There's a different story behind that, but they're they've accumulated some wealth over the years. They've handed us over a lump sum of money to help us build this house. And whatever's left over, we will pay back in a mortgage payment to them. Me and my wife make about $130,000 a year before taxes, with a commission bonus for myself at the end of the year. So my question is, and we do have a good amount of savings from the past years of working, about $120,000 in savings.
Okay, I'm sorry. If you have $120,000 in savings, why the flip did your parents have to give you money?
They have been working so hard their whole life to set their kids up, and so they want to help every single one of their kids out. I'm one of 3 brothers.
Yeah, but you made it sound like you got in trouble and they bailed you out.
Oh, no, sir. No.
So
They
what
just wanna
happened with
help
the
out.
house? You bought too much house? What's the deal with the house?
Yeah, so we're building.
Oh, you're still building?
Yeah, we're still building. We're in the foundation phase right now.
Oh, you just started building.
Okay. Yes. So the deal was with them was we can collaborate with them. They can help out. I mean, we have a really good relationship with our parents. I work for them, actually. And they this is what they wanted to do for us, and so we kindly accepted it. And any cost after their initial lump sum that they handed over, we would pay back to them in a mortgage. And so I guess my question is me and my wife are still young. We're 24. We're not thinking about kids right now. Do we give up a lot of that savings that we have straight back to them at the beginning? Or do we have some of that, keep most of it and travel and have fun in our early 20s?
So do I borrow money from my parents when I'm newly married to travel? That's in essence where this lands. When I say it that way, does it sound as crazy to you as it does to me?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. No. You like did grown-up stuff and went and bought a house at 24 years old, pay for your stinking house, and then start talking about traveling.
Do you have a good relationship with your parents?
Very good.
The surest way,
my in-laws and
the surest way to blow it up is to have money in between you.
Okay.
And I know that's a weird, hard thing to say at 24, especially when you got 2 people who are like, no, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Just take it from 2 older guys. Clear the money between your relationship so that it can stay as good as it is right now.
Yeah, I think I heard a 2-stage deal here. Like they gave you a gift of a certain amount, and that even wasn't enough. And so then they loaned you more. Is that right?
Yes. They loaned us the full amount of whatever it costs for the house we're paying for in cash to build. So they're not taking a loan out from any. They've been completely debt free since 2008.
I know, but you now owe them.
Yes.
A mortgage payment. Okay, so that part where they went through Financial Peace University, they flunked the class because we tell you not to do that ever. Don't ever loan your children money. Oh my God!
Because it puts a wedge between the relationship.
Yeah, the borrower is slave to the lender. Now you have to eat dinner. Hey, eat Thanksgiving dinner with your master. Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be painful for your wife. Not going to bother you much because it's your parents, but it's going to be painful for your wife.
Understood.
Ooh. So how much money do you owe your parents that you have to pay the mortgage on?
Probably going to be around $200,000 to $250,000.
Okay. And how much of a gift did they give you?
About 50% of the total cost to build, so about $200,000 to $250,000.
So you're 24 years old, you make $130,000, and you got a $450,000 house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dang, Gina.
Okay.
It's a lot of house, dude. It's a lot of house.
All right. Well, for sure, the answer to your question is no. You don't need to go on vacation. Yes, you need to take the $130,000, but I'm even going to go a step further. I'm going to put the $130,000 with your mom and dad to limit the size of the mortgage, and then I'm going to go get a commercial mortgage, not from your parents.
Okay.
Because I don't want this mortgage. I don't want you paying payments to your parents for any amount of money, for any amount of interest. I don't think you're going to do that because I think you guys have worked out this detailed thing in all of your heads that this all works out to the point that you're ready to go to Europe instead of pay them back.
But here's what I would say. I can see myself working really hard so that I can bulldoze a path for my son and his new wife. I get that. But if my son was to hand me a check for $130,000 and say, Dad, I've got this money saved up. This is the part of the mortgage. And then I want you to see here, I'm giving you the rest of it. I took out a commercial loan because I want to just stay your son. I don't want to stay one of your, like, I don't want you to be my banker. I would be so proud. And in a way, you're kind of not showing him up, but you're kind of saying, I'm taking the reins here. it would show a level of wisdom and maturity. I'm trying to give him as much grace as I can, Dad, because the arrangement he's put you in is madness. It just ends in somebody wanting you to do something for Christmas and your wife doesn't want to, and it's like, well, after all we've done, it's just a recipe for disaster. But man, if you went and did what Dave just said, go get a commercial loan for the rest of it. And by the way, that's a tiny mortgage.
It's a $120,000 mortgage.
It's a tiny, tiny, tiny mortgage. Just go do that, man. You'll have that paid off in no time with as much money as y'all make.
If you don't go on trips.
Yeah, if you don't go to Europe. And by the way, I don't know, Dave, trips are more fun when I'm older now. I don't know why. They just are.
Well, they're more fun because they don't follow you home. But in essence, that's what this ends up being. So
I don't have to have Sunday lunch with my
increase the amount we
banker
borrow
anymore.
from mom and dad by the amount that we spend on the trips.
Yeah.
And so it's like borrowing on the trip, borrowing from mom and dad to go on a trip, and obviously that would be ludicrous. So moms and dads, those of you that graduated from Financial Peace University with a better grade than that mom and dad got, which was an F, here's the rule, okay? If you want to give your children some money and they pay cash for a house, and part of the bargain is they never borrow money again because you want your family tree to be completely changed, great. Never make your child, your grown child, your slave. You change your relationship with your daughter-in-law, your son-in-law. You change the relationship in how you interact with each other. It's just you're adding layers to it that are unintended, but they're very real. And no one is the exception. Even a nice master is a master. Dr. John Delony, Ramsey Personality, is my co-host today in the lobby of Ramsey Solutions on the debt-free stage. Dima and Rhonda are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Dave, how are you?
Better than I deserve. Where do you two live?
We live in Durham, North Carolina.
Oh, I love Durham. Great town. Welcome to Nashville, and good to have you guys. How much debt have you two paid off?
We've paid off $266,192.
Whoa! How long did this take?
Oh my God.
4 years and 8 months.
Golly. All right. And your range of income during that time?
Our starting salary was $138,000, and our ending salary was $284,500.
Look at you two.
Woo, woo. What do y'all do?
What do you do for a living?
Oh, well, I'm actually in compensation. I work for a medical tech company, so I'm in the compensation role.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means. That must pay really well.
Hey, I think that's why I get paid the big bucks.
For real.
Yeah. I'm a licensed clinical mental health counselor. And
you ain't making $280,000, I tell you that.
Not at all. I'm also a professor as well.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
That's awesome, guys.
Thank you.
Way to go. So what kind of debt was the 266?
Yeah, so it was a car loan, credit card.
And Dima's grad school.
And student loans.
I'm telling you right now, I know that.
Absolutely, student loans.
Yeah, so my student loans were $150,000, and Rhonda's were $100,000.
About 100, yeah.
That's undergraduate, graduate, and doctorate. And
yeah, and so for me, I went out of state, Dave, and a private institution. And then I went on and got a master's after that.
Why
so
not?
talk about piling it on. Yeah.
Piling it on. Yeah. Okay, so how long have you two been married?
Oh, this year we're celebrating 10 years.
10 years.
Right. So halfway through, 5 years ago, something happened. What happened? What set you off on this stuff?
He decided to go get that last degree. And we were already, if you want to think about it, we were like 800 and something in student loans, just me, with Dima's student loans being in forbearance. And we're like, what are we going to do when your loans come out and we have to start paying? Mind you, we had just had a little one in 2017 and Dima started school, and we're like, we cannot take on my loans, daycare, and then when Dima get like his student loans, we were scared. Like, what's that going to look like?
Yeah.
It just kept stacking up till it got scary.
Yeah, it got really
then
scary.
What happened? What'd you do?
I mean, we're graduates of the Financial Peace Institute University, so I think we were just kind of taking it baby steps. But when we realized what we're going to be under with all the student, we were just like, we've got to use the principles and really get serious and intentional.
Time to get hardcore.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So you lean in.
Yeah.
And what was the first thing you did, and what was the radical stuff you did?
Oh, we started doing the monthly meetings, talking about our finances.
Hard conversations.
Yeah. I mean, credit cards, of course, we put them in a jar in the kitchen, and we're like paying with cash. And if it wasn't on our monthly, things that we had talked about, then we weren't doing it. What would you say?
Who's the spender? I can see it, man.
I was hoping you would ask
that. Oh my God,
yeah.
Dave, he's
your shoes are shining from here, and your watch is blinding me.
Let me say this: he, for his birthday, he was like, "Oh, let's go, let's get this car, let's test drive it." On his birthday, we ended up walking away with a car. So I would say, Dave, after we got intentional, that car we sold it. And we were upside down. So we're like, but we can't. And we made sure that anything else we had, we were paying cash for as far as cars. And that was really the testament that he was able to say, hey, I love the car, but I want us to get us out of debt, and sold the car.
Yeah. Being debt-free was more important. Absolutely.
So y'all have made an incredible combined salary together. Both of y'all are rolling up to places where people are seeing y'all drive up. And y'all ain't driving $250,000 cars.
No, we still own. I have a 2010 Mazda.
Yeah.
Runs great.
It runs great.
Yeah.
Going to your mysterious compensation job.
Yes, absolutely. We're like, hey, we can't get rid of this. Like, we're thinking about gas prices and things like that. But it's making us more intentional and saying, like, now that we've paid off debt, what else can we do?
Definitely humbling ourselves, and having faith in the process was a struggle, but I'd definitely say be persistent and resilient.
Absolutely. Because you know what, Dave, like, we're all taught to like pay off debt, but then it's like, what do you do after you pay off debt? And so we're loving these conversations because we're just been so used to paying off our student loans and paying off
4 years. I mean, that's a habit pattern right there.
Right, absolutely.
4 years of doing nothing.
Yeah, basically. But you know what? One of our happy experiences when we challenged ourselves to say, what are we going to do? And I remember our birthday, we had $100 and said, what are we going to do with that? We went and we did a day trip to the beach, and that's been the most memorable trip. And it's like, we packed sandwiches, we everything was free, and we're like, wow. And I'm still talking about that birthday. So it's like, be humble, and you'll be surprised. I think even Dima made me a birthday cake. So
whoa, it was boxed, but
it was good, and it was humbling to us.
There you go.
And Dima, can I tell you, being a professor, being a mental health practitioner, I've always wondered if you want to do this scientific study, I'll put it on the air for you. Yeah. I always wondered, if you're somebody in the helping profession, if you're a professor, how much do you have to curb what the research says? How much do you have to curb what you actually believe is the right thing to say? Because you're not really supposed to say that, and I owe somebody money. Yeah. And now the students that you're going to be teaching, they're going to get an unfiltered you, because nobody's telling you what to do anymore.
No knife over your head.
And you're going to be able to sit there and tell these clients of yours, here's the truth, because I don't know anything, man. I can speak from here now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was one of the motivators in wanting to be debt free, just the freedom, if you will, like you mentioned, Dr. John, like that freedom that you have to kind of you have that discretionary income, if you will. We're still working through the baby steps, but you have more freedom, and there's no loans or things of that nature that you have to pay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I'm proud of you guys.
Well done. We're proud of you. Excellent. Way to go, heroes.
Thank
you.
How does it feel?
Oh, Dr. John, you said it. It just, to not owe anybody anything. Like, we're like, what can we do now? It's really challenging us to say, what do we want to do with our careers, and like, how do we give back? It's making you just want to just pour out all of that knowledge, and so we're just ready and fired up about it.
It's refreshing. Like, our budget meetings are. It's a different vibe.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Look at y'all smiling, man.
Yes, and we can't thank you to and the
Oh
whole
my God.
Ramsey crew. Thank you all.
Well, way to go, y'all. We're proud of you.
Thank
You're
you.
heroes, man.
This is one of the
Way to
rare
go.
couples that they both married well. Y'all both did all right.
Thank you.
Me and Dave, we won out in our marriages, but y'all both did real well. That's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's great. Very well done, you two. Very well done. All right, it's Dima and Rhonda from Durham, North Carolina. $266,000 paid off in 4 years and 8 months, making 138 to 284. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free! Yeah! I love it. Well done. Very well done. Yeah, I guess the number of things you can do when you have that liberty is changed dramatically, but it's particularly, I never thought of it in a university setting. That's very interesting, that you don't have this 266 breathing down your neck, so you can just kind of go, here's the truth.
Well, and you sit at the table, and this is how we're going to teach this, or this is how we're saying this, or if you have this belief, you're stupid. And if you owe a whole bunch of money, you kind of got to put your head down and go on to the next thing.
Got to bite your tongue. Yeah.
And so now, Dima's been unleashed. It's going to be fun to see it happen, man.
Way to go, heroes. This is The Ramsey Show. Our scripture today, 2 Corinthians 1:4, He comforts us all in our troubles so we can comfort others. When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort God has given us. Jordan Peterson says, face the demands of life voluntarily. Respond to a challenge instead of bracing for a catastrophe. Amberly is with us in Concord, New Hampshire. Hey, Amberly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, my husband and I have made a series of really bad financial mistakes, and we were just wondering if we should sell our house this year or next year.
What kind of mistakes?
We were house poor. We bought a duplex that, it's overwhelming. We have to we pay about $3,000 a month, and we only make about $60,000 gross a year.
So why would you wait a year? You're drowning.
I know we are.
What is it you're waiting on?
I'm the main person who does the budget, and I was just for some reason it seems like we do somewhat make a little bit more money by staying here, but I feel like it's wrong. Like, I feel like it would be better if we can move.
I'm confused. You feels like you make more money. Math is not a feeling. Do you make more money or not?
Well, we make $60,000 gross, and then we also get $2,500 a month from the other side. And so, I don't know. I know we probably should, and we're.
Do you not like being a landlord,
right
Amberly?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
So let's sell it.
Yeah, be honest about the problem. I can hear it's just this thing's a brick around your neck.
Yeah.
Your sanity's not worth
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a stupid house.
Yeah, it is. And we found out that our tenant has been running the water 24/7. And so, sorry, I'm just, it's a little overwhelming being on the air. Sorry.
It's okay.
You're good.
We've never lost a patient. You're okay.
Yeah, and I want to, and we're in this market where I know that we could technically, this house would appreciate, but
Doesn't matter.
I do want to get rid
It doesn't
of it.
matter. It's not fun.
No.
Everything in this conversation says you're not having fun.
No.
This house has not been a blessing. It's been a curse.
Yeah.
And TikTok told you that the way to wealth is to buy a duplex, rent the other side, they'll pay your mortgage, and you're going to...
And now it's not fun.
And now it's not fun.
You found out TikTok was wrong. Oh, there's a shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, should we put it on the market like next month, or we're
by
in the middle of
Friday.
the
Yeah,
season.
Friday. Friday sounds good.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
If I have something I own that I hate as bad as you hate this, even if I made a mistake and I'm ashamed to admit the mistake, I'm still going to admit the mistake. I want to kill it as soon as I can kill it. I want it in my rearview mirror as a distant memory of dumb things I've done. Otherwise, every time you drive up the driveway, you're going, I don't feel really good about me.
Yeah.
And you can't be the wife you want to be. You can't be the mom you want to be. You can't be the employee you want to be. It affects every square inch of your life.
You're not having fun. We can hear it. And it's not just you're scared to be on the air. It's your whole situation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a house
Yeah.
payment you could afford, you could breathe again. You're having trouble getting a full lung full of air right now.
Yeah. It's overwhelming. I'm scared.
Yeah. We can hear it. And it's not being mean to you. I've been exactly where you are. That's how I can identify it. I smell it. I know what it feels like. And the thing is that the faster you act on this, the quicker you're going to get peace.
Yeah.
And peace is really our goal here. You got plenty of time to buy a different house, plenty of time to make different real estate decisions, sell this thing, and go rent an apartment or something for 6 months and breathe a little bit. And then slow down and make a better real estate decision the next time you move into real estate. You can do this.
Okay.
So go to RamseySolutions.com and click on Real Estate ELPs for Ramsey Trusted Real Estate Agents, people we trust that we have vetted, and they'll help you get the thing on the market and help you get it sold ASAP. That's what I would do if I were in your shoes. I like real estate, but I hate real estate. Isn't that interesting? Because I see what it does to people when you do it wrong, including me. It leaves a mark. It's not fun. Alejandro is with us in Miami. What's up, Alejandro?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I just drank water.
No trouble.
Yes, my question is it worth it to go to college? Now, the reason why I'm asking that is because I have my brother. He's basically studying in the U.S., and he's been going to college for basically 8 years now because he's getting his doctors. Now, he's a, straight A student and everything, and my worrisome is that his debt is 5 digits. So, it's 5 digits basically. So he's going from let's say from 9,000 to 60,000, and the amount of debt that he's getting is ridiculous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
what are we asking about, you or him?
How was that? This is more for him than it is for myself.
Well, he's already made his decision.
Right. But what I wanted to know is that, from what I see in the market overall, I see employers basically asking more than what they could give off. As in, a story that he was telling me is that, oh, hey, there's a position that they like his degree, but they're only offering 70,000 instead of the range that the college promised him. And that's kind of
what is his degree going to be in to continue the discussion?
Sports medicine.
Okay. And so he's going to end up how much in debt to do sports medicine?
60,000.
Okay. And this is a 4-year degree?
This is it's becoming 8. He did 4, then he got his master's
so he's
2
getting a
years ago.
PhD in sports medicine.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not necessary. Okay, in that
That's
field.
not necessary.
So the answer, but the problem is you cannot extrapolate that to, is it okay to go to college? Because yes, it's okay to go to college. College is worth the expense if you pay cash and study something that's actually usable in the marketplace. The problem was your brother overdid it. He got 2 more degrees than he needed to function in that space.
Or at least one more that he could afford. And if he wants to move up, then he gets his master's degree.
Do not need a PhD in sports medicine to function in the sports medicine space.
Yeah, unless maybe if you're going to go work for an NFL team or something, they may want you to have a doctor by your name. But who knows? I don't even know the particulars of that. But the college is going to give you a range, and when they give you a salary range, those things are skewed by if they're taking numbers from San Francisco and New York to Nebraska. It's all over the place,
Yeah.
and so. Don't blame the college. He's got to do his own research and say, what does it pay in the area that I want to live? And
I wouldn't go to school 8 years for a $70,000 job. I agree with you, Alejandro. That's not worth it.
Absolutely not.
And you can get lots of $70,000 jobs for 4-year degrees and lots of $100,000 jobs going to trade school and being a welder. So if you're just looking at return on investment, the trades are awesome. There's a gap right now in the marketplace, and they pay beautifully. But to say college is completely never worth it is an incorrect, not a factual
That's not
statement.
true either, yeah.
That's not a factual statement. Getting a degree in stupidity, left-handed puppetry, or German polka history, and then thinking you're going to end up with being anything but a barista is ridiculous. And so that's dumb, but you can't take somebody doing something stupid like that and saying all higher ed is bad. That's just not true.
No, the data is my kid's going to go to college.
Yeah, mine too. Mine did. Yeah, there you go. That puts this hour of the Ramsey Show in the books. We'll be back with you before you know it. In the meantime, remember, there's ultimately only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus.